Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. So my last reading said that there's a new chapter about to begin. Perhaps that new chapter has already begun for you. Maybe so. Well, we're going to pull some cards now for the collective energy and find out what is going on for you at this time. So beginning with the Universal Love Oracle, we're going to find out what the current energy is. What is the current energy? So thank you. Let's begin. Let's get a shuffle on. So thank you. Wow. So we've got, okay, stepping through the gateway. I also see fear. Let's find out. So the bottom of the deck, we have heaven on earth. So the underlying energy, it's all about this experience and this feeling of heaven on earth. Okay, so let's see what cards came out today. So we have the gateway, we have fear, we have divine guidance. Okay, so there's that new chapter. There's the gateway to that new chapter. Perhaps it feels fearful. Perhaps you feel fearful. So perhaps you feel fear about this new chapter about to emerge in your life. Okay. Well, what you need to know is that you are safe, you are protected, and you are most certainly divinely guided as you move through the gateway and move through these fears. So listen to the divine guidance that comes up. Okay, I feel it's this way. Because your divine guidance is to move through this fear. Because you sense something new coming. And it is something new. Something that you haven't yet explored, or something that you've been fearful of exploring. Well, it's this heaven on earth. So the energy is that there's been fear around this new beginning, fear around this new chapter emerging. But you are divinely guided and you can move through this. Message from afar. Excuse me. So you are safe, you are protected, and you are divinely guided. Okay. It's like that's what your spirit team wants you to remember at this time. It's like there's your spirit team looking down upon you, down upon you. And they can see your situation. They can also see your light. They're helping you at this time to move through this fear so that you can emerge brand new. Okay. So there's a new beginning, chapter opening in your life. Let's read some messages for you. So we have divine guidance. Divine guidance. So look within for the answers. Follow your intuition, your own inner guidance, Listen to your heart. Follow your instincts and gut feeling. Even if it feels strange, go with that which you feel energetically drawn to. Explore what you feel energetically drawn to do. Stop and listen. Really listen. Stop and feel. Really feel. Let yourself go deep. The greatest wisdom is inside you. So, perhaps fear is preventing you from living and experiencing your true potential. Perhaps you have tried to suppress your fear, but this has simply locked it away inside you and cast a kind of invisible shadow over your life. Fear is not necessarily a bad thing. A bit of it is good for us. But when our fears blow out of proportion, become irrational, and start to control our lives, then it is time to face and heal them. Rather than suppressing your fears, let them surface. Face them one at a time. Give them your undivided attention. Acknowledge and love them. Observe and talk to them. Embrace them. With practice, love, and patience, each fear will dissolve and transform to light. The healing power of love will then fill your heart, mind, and thoughts, and you shall come to know and trust that you are always safe, for you are an immortal, eternal child of the universe, an immortal, eternal soul of love. And that's why this gateway is opening up for you. That's why, wow, that's why literally a new chapter is beginning for you. The gateway. You can't make it up. A chapter in your life is coming to a close, and a new chapter is about to begin. Surrender the past graciously and lovingly, and trust in the cycles of life, for all is held eternally within the arms of this great love that we call life. Remember that spring follows winter, and each spring is full of rebirth. Time is an eternal gateway to new beginnings. Feel the sacred, precious beauty that fills your heart. Even in sadness, a great light shines from within you. Be grateful for all that has been and all that is still to be. So heaven on earth, you are supported, you are loved, you are safe. This new beginning is for you. It is yours. We just need to move through and release the fear. So both heaven and hell exist on earth, but only in our minds, for both are created through our thoughts, actions, and intentions. This card is pointing to the fact that you have helped create a disturbing situation in your life by giving power to something that you did not have to give power to. Regardless of who or what is bothering you, the current situation can be transformed if you cease to give it power. Focus on the positive, and instead of plugging into another's negativity, plug into the power of light and love. Send light and love to all concerned and visualize yourself energetically detaching from them. So these are any people, perhaps any person, perhaps that you may be releasing at this time that isn't serving you because they're holding you back in fear. Okay. So you can start to create heaven on earth right now by simply making love your focus. In doing so, you will attract loving people and situations into your life. That's exactly what you are attracting. So let's pull from the Divine Energy Oracle now and find out what it is that your Divine Energy is calling for you to do. We can see from the first message that you have some guidance that you need to tap into your feelings, into your gut feeling. Okay. Because there is a new beginning coming, and you can sense this, and perhaps because you can sense it coming, it's triggered fear within you. But that's okay. You know, you can just work through that fear. Knowing that you are safe. This new beginning is yours. It is already yours. So we have changed tracks and be decisive. Okay. Interesting. Do you know, I'm actually putting all these cards back in. I don't feel that. I just don't feel those cards. I don't feel that I was ready for those cards. Get my words out. We're going to carry on. We're going to ask again. Thank you. What is your divine energy calling for you to do right now? Okay, wow. So, cards did want to come out quickly. So I've got 2 on my lap and 1 on the table. Accept disappointments gracefully. Okay. So some things don't always work out. Perhaps there are people that, you know, you are letting go of. Perhaps you have seen people's true colours. Interesting. And you are releasing. You're releasing the disappointments. You accept the disappointment. But you're releasing the disappointment also. You accept it gracefully. But you're also releasing it. You're not allowing the disappointment to hold you back in any way. Okay. What else do we have? We also have build on solid ground. Because, yeah. So something has disappointed you and you are accepting that situation and moving on from it because you want to build on solid ground. You want to start, well, perhaps that's what this new beginning is all about. You know, the past perhaps was a disappointment. Perhaps it's the past that was a disappointment. Perhaps, you know, that's what is being accepted and released and worked through at this time. You know, and this time is about building on solid ground so you're able to, you know, start again with a person. Perhaps you're able to, you know, move on from the past, but start something that isn't built on shaky ground. It's something that's more stable. Okay. Do something different. Okay. Your heart knows what that something is. Your heart knows what that something is. And because it's different, that's again why it's triggering this, or has potentially triggered that fear. And that fear is the thing that's holding you back from the new beginning. But your divine energy is calling for you to do something different. So move through that fear, embrace this new beginning, and express your joy. Again, perhaps that's a fear, perhaps expressing your joy, expressing your feelings has been a scary thing to do in the past. Perhaps that's something that hasn't always been easy for you. Okay, so let's read from the guidebook. Accept disappointments gracefully. Okay, page 75. So, are you frustrated by things not going your way? Face life's disappointments with non-resistance, trusting that the universe has a better plan for you in store. Then remain open and available to receive it. Your divine energy is calling you to accept disappointment and defeat with grace. Remember that you are never kept from what is rightfully yours. Have faith that in the long run things will work out even better than you had hoped for. Refrain from acting out negatively and keep a positive attitude. Release your attachment to specific outcomes and let the universal order unfold. Be grateful for what is present in your life now and wait for even better things to come. Okay. And so what is coming is something that is built on solid ground. That is something that is coming. Interesting. So what's crumbling right now are simply elements of your life that have been built on shaky ground. The good health you've ignored becomes illness. The commitments you've dishonored give way to separation. The finances you've exploited transform into debt. I mean, I also feel as though this is something that you've been fearful of. Okay. So you may feel that it's the end of your world. And yes, indeed, it is the end of those aspects, the ones that aren't solidly grounded. But be glad, because it's far too stressful to pretend that all is well when it isn't. Things are breaking down, but not because you're being punished. Rather, it's because they were never safe and solid in the first place. Your divine energy is calling you to create a life based on a firm and truthful foundation and genuine integrity, not superficial appearances. Scrutinize the bedrock of your life and invest your time and effort into soundly recreating it. But don't try to shore up shaky ground. Instead, step aside and let things collapse. With grace, of course. What is true will emerge from the dust, and what is false will disintegrate and disappear. View your losses not as your worst nightmare, but as your liberation. Feel the freedom that comes from no longer living in denial and trying to sustain something flawed. Let the chips fall where they may. At least you'll know where you stand. So, let's read this message. So, it is time to do something different. Perhaps you've been going over this new beginning, even for yourself, over and over and over again in your mind. Perhaps this fear is something that just keeps coming up for you. And perhaps this fear, perhaps this is the final time. Final time because you finally face that fear. Okay. So facing that fear instead of running away from the fear or continuously worrying about it, almost like projecting the fear out, and so therefore just enticing more. It's time to do something different. It's time to think a different way. Have you ever heard the saying, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and hoping to get different results? This is the moment to take this advice into consideration. Free yourself from frustrating conditions by trying something very different. Your divine energy is calling you to avoid automatic responses and instead seek well thought out conscious responses to the areas in life where you are most challenged. If you normally speak up, then listen. If you normally say very little, then speak up. If you usually do too much, then try doing less. If you give the minimum, now is the time to give the maximum. Push your limits as you approach life's challenges in a new way. Examine your life and your relationships through clear eyes. Identify where you are withholding instead of giving your life your all. Open up and be generous with your time, energy, effort, and love. It will pay off. It will pay off. This new chapter is yours. And soon you are going to be able to express your joy. Okay, 126. And your gratitude. To where you are and to how you got there. And how you moved through the fear. How you achieved what you thought was impossible. Well, your gentle spirit is radiating light and love to the world as you embrace the true meaning of who you are, a divine child of the universe. You're recuperating from the negative and unconscious energies of the five sensory world and accepting your divine birthright. I mean, that also sounds like some sort of spiritual warfare that's been going on as well within you. You know, this fear. It's like this, yeah, certainly this spiritual warfare within you. So you've been fighting with yourself, fighting with spirit, pushing away your divine guidance for a time. Okay. So it's almost as if the new thing that you're being called to do, the different thing that you're being called to do, is what's most scary for you. Because you've been pushing away the things that actually are good for you. Okay. The guidance, the love, the support, and your true self has been hidden and lost in fear. Okay. And that's because you could feel the rumblings of, you could feel the rumblings of something new coming. And it is on its way. So that storm or that earthquake, that shaking up of everything, was just to remove what isn't necessary for you. Okay. I felt like I was getting sucked in. Do you feel like you're getting sucked into this gateway? It's like this vortexy energy, isn't it? Even when you look at this card, the divine guidance, it's like this vortexy energy. What's our next significant event? We've got 8-8 Lionsgate. Lionsgate is the 8th of August is Lionsgate. So I'm wondering if, this is something, there is going to be something big happening around that time in your connection. There's definitely something big happening. You are definitely going to be having this new beginning. Okay. Let's read from the book. Let's go back to the book. So, right now, you're recuperating from the negative and unconscious energies of the 5 sensory world and accepting your divine birthright. It's igniting the fire of passion in your soul and placing joy in your heart. Your divine energy is calling you to allow your divine inner child in you to take over and lead your life. Recapture the spirit of curiosity and play, and let your spontaneous self guide you. See the world with fresh eyes. Discover what's beautiful, entertaining, delightful, and fun, and then go after it without restraint. You're being appointed to serve as a role model for the new millennium by demonstrating that suffering and self-denial are not morally superior choices. Let the world feel your joy, for it's contagious and lifts all whom you touch. Okay. I feel do what you love. Do what you love. You are going to get through this. You are. Okay. For some reason, I feel really detached from this reading. I feel really detached from the reading right now. And I'm at this point where I'm not sure, maybe this is what this energy is. Maybe this is the energy, because I feel really detached from this energy right now. I feel really detached from this reading. I'm like tempted to give up. Perhaps that's how you feel. This is obviously the energy. So it's almost like you feel so separate from your person. Perhaps you feel separate, or you feel detached from your person. And that you feel You feel like giving up. You know, you feel like you're not really getting anything out of it. You're not really making sense of it. And so you feel like giving up. So that's obviously what this energy is. You feel like giving up because you just don't feel connected to it anymore. Okay. But this new beginning is here. Love is yours. You are love. Well, let's continue. Excuse me, because yeah, let's just continue. Let's get some more cards. Let's see what else would like to come through. Because something different. There is a new chapter beginning. So maybe that's the thing that's different for you. Maybe you're starting a new chapter. It's going to be a new person. Well, no comment. No comment. Well, my personal situation. Oh, that wouldn't surprise me anymore. I've had to kind of detach. Yeah, definitely. So stay calm. Trust in the good. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Okay. Thank you. I'm giggling because I feel like I've got 4 conversations going off at once, and I feel like that's I'm just gonna ramble on. If you're still here and you're listening to the ramblings, oh happy days, oh happy days. What did I say about love being yours? Because love is yours. Love is yours. I told you, love is yours, and hope is here just to confirm that. So recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Okay, what's the top of the deck? Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Someone's going to speak up. Someone's definitely going to speak up because they are moving into their true self and rising above the darkness, recognizing this deep connection. Okay, and look at that, the cosmic gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring, and I feel very much as though this is around Lionsgate, the portal of Lionsgate. I really do feel that. I feel that. And I just split the deck. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit, as you're back. You see, Spirit wants the best for you. Holy Spirit wants the best for you. It's time to listen to that guidance. Let's read faith. Let's read it. So faith is the archangel who is focused on bringing out our benevolence. She is the twin flame of Archangel Michael and is on a divine mission to help us recognize that humans are basically good and aligned with love. Just like her name, she's all about faith and trust. She reminds us that the world has taught us to believe that we are separate from love, and that if we begin to see the good in others, then we will start to cultivate a loving experience of the world around us. Stay calm and breathe. You are a divine being of love who has done so much good in the world. You may be going through personal transformations and feel you're not getting anywhere, but Archangel Faith is drawing close to guide you beyond the limitations that your ego or fears have created for you. You may be trying to work out whom to trust. First, trust yourself. When you do this and recognize that you are made of love, you will attract those who reflect that love and can enjoy true friendships and loving relationships. Know that good is here to stay. Hope. So have hope. You see this acceptance of disappointments. You've accepted disappointments gracefully. Perhaps that's, that's how things have gone with your twin flame, with your divine counterpart, the past or their behaviors. Perhaps there's things didn't work out between you the way that you really had hoped that they would. And you've accepted that disappointment. Perhaps because, again, you went through so many cycles of the same disappointment that you had to detach. You had to just accept that disappointment gracefully, because you do deserve love and you do deserve something stable. Okay. Hope. So hope is an angel who is dedicated to promoting the idea that we on earth are loved, cherished and supported by the kingdom of heaven. She is all about helping us see the light beyond whatever darkness we are in. Travelling as part of a holy trinity, faith, hope and charity, she helps us recognise that hope isn't about wishing for something good to happen or help to arrive, but trusting that support is already present. Hope is the twin flame of Archangel Gabriel. She has a gentle presence, but she is absolutely glorious. She sings sweet harmonies to us, and these songs are waves of love, washing away anything that stands between us and self-love and acceptance. Angels are gathering round you in celebration that you are finally willing to see how loving and lovable you are. Hope is here with her legion of love angels, guiding you to see that you deserve loving relationships, loving experiences, and loving acceptance from the world around you. It seems that you are really moving beyond the limitations that you once had in this department. But know that whenever you do question your worth, you can call on hope to shine her golden light upon you. Your angels want you to know that they love and cherish you, and they're grateful that you're giving yourself the same support. Okay, let's pull a Work Your Light Oracle. Thank you. Let's continue. For the collective final shuffle, we're going to crack on. How long is this reading? It's quite long, although it's not that long. Wow, we have awakening. We already saw this. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being. There's that new way of being. Because we have this new chapter about to begin and doing something different. It is all about doing something different. It's because you're doing something different. You're handling I'm going to suggest that you're handling your divine connection differently. I'm going to suggest that you're handling your divine masculine differently. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Okay. And answer the call at the bottom of the deck. What is your soul calling you to do? So, Work Your Light, Oracle, Awakening. Very Interesting. So, you are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and play. Sorry, it doesn't say play. Of course, play is important. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering, and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world. Or perhaps you are being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following work your light activation. Well, let's do it. So, oh, it's the card with awakening. We're still on awakening. So, it says to hold the card on your heart and say, so I'm going to hold the card up to the screen and you can put your hand on your heart and say the following with meaning. I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy to rise from the base of my spine. I open myself up to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. Okay. Answer the call. So our final message it always comes round that way. So our final card that I'm reading tells you that your guidance is divinely guided. So remember, referring back to the first card, perhaps I shall read that message again. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifetime dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul. And that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete, perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it, and you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes, the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. So, what is it that you are being called to do? And underneath that, we also have the crumbling, because the ground is shaky. So things will be moving away, moving out of your life, because it is time for you to get back into alignment. It's time for you to say yes to life and to align your life. So that crumbling is there to start again, to give you an opportunity to build something from the beginning. Well, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Let's get what are they called again? Yeah. The universe has your back card. Thank you. So which card fell out today? When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Absolutely. When you know and trust that you are loved and that you are safe and that everything works out for you and everything is working out for you, you will start to see those things transpire for you in your life. Have faith. Have faith that it is all going to work out as is meant, as the universe sees fit for you. Because the universe does see you. The all-seeing eye sees you. Indeed it does. I let go of the shadow of the past, accepting those disappointments gracefully and releasing them. I let go of the shadow of the past. I also feel here that this is Divine Masculine, letting go of the shadow that was haunting him, his past self. I feel as though Divine Masculine is also seeing Divine Feminine for the first time with the eyes of love. And releasing that shadow self. And that's very interesting. So, the all-seeing eye sees you, knows you, loves you. That's very interesting. And that is what we need to know today. And I feel as though that is our reading. I feel as though that is our message. So around the Lionsgate, I do feel very strongly that this is a Lionsgate energy update, because we've seen 2 gateway cards, and I feel as though it's this portal energy. And this new chapter is about to begin. We've definitely had more confirmation of that today. So I really do hope that you have enjoyed today's reading. It is a long one. Again, I do hope that all of the messages that transpired in today's reading have been helpful and at least somewhat interesting. So thank you for being here. Thanks for staying to the end. And thanks for, again, to everyone for all of your likes and subscribes, and for everyone that leaves positive comments. I appreciate you. So much love, and I will see you again real soon. Take care.